Hello everyone, you are on the AnimeSupreme channel, and today we will delve into one of the most mysterious release in the Naruto AHZNB mod, Yin and Yang. We will also analyze the Ninjutsu item, the techniques it opens, and separately talk about puppetry and all the available dolls in the mod. Let's go. The release of Yin and Yang is not just in release, like fire or water. It is a spiritual and conceptual energy used in the most powerful techniques, for example, in the creation of life or manipulation of the soul. In mod, it is presented as a separate release that can be obtained under certain conditions. The first technique is multi-size jutsu. It is a Choji clan technique, that is, an Akimichi clan technique, but it can be learned by everyone if they put in the effort. So this technique and many others are added to the Yin or Yang release. This technique can increase our size. To get it in survival, you need to find a scroll with this technique in the dungeons. To shrink, press the shift key. The second technique is the four symbols sealing jutsu. I already talked about it in the video about tailed beasts, so I don't see the point in showing it again. The third technique is Ada-man time sealing chains. I also showed it in the video about the tailed beasts, but I would like to emphasize that it can be used not only on them, but also on ordinary players in order to absorb chakra from them or slow them down. The fourth technique is sealing jutsu. 9 phantom dragons. I also talked about this technique in the video about the tailed beasts. And the last fifth technique is the 6 paths 10 tails coffin seal. We need it to seal the 10-tailed beast within ourselves. I also talked about this technique in the video about the tailed beasts. Next, let's move on to the Yin release. The first technique is genjutsu, a basic illusion that binds the player. You can learn it with a scroll that can be found in dungeons, or if your Sharingan is awakened, it will immediately give you this technique. The second technique is mind-body transfer, an ability of the Yamanaka clan which allows us to transfer our consciousness to another player or mob. It should be noted that the player must be weaker than you, and also note that it is not so easy to catch an enemy with this technique. To get this technique, you need to find a scroll with it in the dungeons. And to cancel control, press Shift plus right mouse button. And the last technique in the Yin release is Shadow Imitation, an ability of the Nara clan that allows us to manipulate the shadow and use it to stop the enemy. To learn this technique, you will also need a scroll. And to recall the shadow back, press the Jutsu key too. Ninjutsu, all basic as well as unique techniques are stored here. And the first technique is Body Replacement Jutsu, the basic replacement technique. The second technique is Shadow Clone Jutsu. We can create a clone or clones. You can do a lot with them. For example, you can create a clone with a Rasengan, or hide between them. It should also be mentioned that your chakra, and with it, EIP are shared between the clones. The third technique is the Rasengan, a legendary technique. There's not much to say about it. It works simply. We create a Rasengan and then just run up to the enemy and he flies away from him. The fourth technique is Limbo Clone, and the fifth technique is Amanote Jikara. I talked about them in the video from Sharingan to Rinnegan. These are the unique abilities of the Rinnegan. The sixth technique is Puppet Jutsu, which allows us to create threads of chakra with which we can control puppets. We will return to it a little later. The seventh technique is Secret Jutsu, Beetle Sphere, a technique of the Abaram clan. We send beetles to the enemy and they absorb chakra from him. Then you can return them by pressing the right mouse button again on the enemy and they will return and bring you more chakra. The eighth technique is hiding with camouflage jutsu, which completely makes us invisible to everyone. No one will even notice you. The ninth technique is transformation jutsu. We can transform into any mob or player. The 10th technique is Flying Thunder God Jutsu. With the help of it, we can cover long distances in a second. The main thing is that in the place you need there is already your special kunai or seal, then just hover the cursor over the mark. Press the left mouse button, and you will teleport. To remove the seal from the place, you just need to press this technique on the seal again. To create a kunai, you first need to craft a special kunai, and then throw them on the ground and right-click on them technique of the Flying Thunder God. The 11th technique is the Shikigami dance, a paper manipulation technique used by Conan. Once activated, we create wings and can fly. Also, with the Jutsu 1 key, we can shoot planes, and with the Jutsu 2 key, we send paper to our enemy. It completely covers and suffocates him. This can also be cancelled with the shift key plus Jutsu 2 key. And the last 12th technique is multi-shadow clone jutsu. The same technique as shadow clone jutsu, but we summon a large number of clones at once. I would like to mention that all these techniques can be learned using scrolls that can be found in dungeons, but the Limbo Clone and Amena Tejikara techniques are unique abilities of the Rinnegan, so you can't just learn them. So now we'll get back to the puppet technique. The puppet technique is a unique part. It allows you to summon special puppets for combat, defense, or support. There are 4 types of puppets available in the mod. The first basic doll is Karasu, has average speed, uses kunai to attack. The second doll is Sanchuo Salamander. Large defensive doll, has a lot of HP, absorbs damage, suitable for tanking in PvE. The third doll is Hiruko. We summon her with the help of a scroll like other dolls. And with the right mouse button, we can strengthen her, and this will be as additional protection. Also, if you want her to be in an Akatsuki cloak, you need to put it on yourself. Also, to get out of her, press the Shift key, after which we can place her back in the scroll by pressing the right mouse button with this scroll on the doll. She also has a tail with which we can attack from a distance, and it has a beautiful animation. Also, with this tail, we can defend ourselves with the right mouse button. And the last quarter puppet, this Puppet3 Kazekage we call him, and we can use this puppet to use iron sand, namely the sand bullet barrage and sand gathering techniques. In my opinion, it's all very cool. There will also be other puppets in the future, for example, White Secret Technique. The Chikamatsu collection of 10 puppets. I would also like to mention that these puppets cannot be obtained in any way in survival mode. So today we have analyzed the Yin-Yang release, all the techniques that are in the subject of ninjutsu, and completely went through the puppets and their capabilities. If you want more guides on Naruto mod, or want your own custom add-in, subscribe to the AnimeSupreme channel. See you!